ating topic for tonight. Sabihin nyo, lagi ko na siyang naririnig. Pero aminin man natin o hindi, minsan yung paulit-ulit mong pakikinig, kahit ikaw, nakakakuha ka dyan kahit konti, kahit nasabi mong yung few lines or technique or strategy na kung saan makakatulong sa'yo as you start to build your wealth. So magpapakilala po muna kami. My name po is Jerlyn Gomez. So I've been part of IMG po kami mag-asawa for the last 12 years po. We are a financial educator, campaigner, a certified associate financial planner. Kami po dalawang mag-asawa. And we are a CEO marketing director. So we are proud po and very grateful kay Ma'am Ojing, our mentor, our mother in the business. So kung ano po ako, yan po ay ang bunga ng paghihirap sa akin ni Ma'am Ojing na talagang sabi nga, ang utang na loob, hindi mo yan binabayaran but rather tinatanawan mo siya or ano nga tawag sa ganun, nililingon mo siya. So tumatanaw ka ng utang na loob, hindi mo yan babayaran. So kaya po dito, we pay forward. Kung anong tinuro sa akin ni Ma'am O, ganun din yung pinapasa ko sa team. And talagang claiming na soon, makapag-duplicate na rin kami ng CEO, Ma'am O. Sana hopefully malapit na po, nakikita na namin. So malapit na siya. And our team daw po, we call it creator po kami for the wealth builders of UAE. So yan po siya. We believe po kasi our true wealth, hindi lang po lagi pera. Alam nyo, nagsisimula yung wealth mo sa kaalaman. At higit sa lahat, sa pagbibigay mo ng oras. Tayo po, doon yung mapapansin minsan na lahat pwedeng yumaman, pero hindi lahat yayaman. Kasi hindi lahat, unang-una, kaya magbigay ng oras. Tama?
At may kaalaman.
Yes. So mahalaga po na una, bigyan mo ng oras para nun matutunan mo siya. So for today, itong 28 na to, alam ko ito na yung first step ng pagyaman at lalo pang pagyaman ng bawat isa po sa atin. So ikaw na daw po ang ating topic. So ito daw po, go, we start.
Magkakantuhan lang tayo, di ba?
Ay, sabi ko nga eh. Sige daw.
So, unang tanong, do you want investing to be your lifestyle? Sige nga, if there is someone here who wants investing to be their lifestyle, paki-type nyo lang sa chat.
Asterisk daw.
Bakit asterisk?
Wala lang, para maiba lang. Kasi
maiba lang.
may spirit of Christmas. So sige
para
po.
Para kunyari snowflake.
Yeah. So may pwede rin parang star. Creative eh, no? Siyempre si Ma'am O, biruin nyo naman, no? Siya talaga. Sige daw, yan. Kahit na diba, EVC na ang ating mother in the business, still gusto niya pa rin na to be a lifestyle. Indeed, lifestyle niya na. So, thank you rin po. Welcome din natin si Pastor Vic de la Cruz. So, salamat po for joining us. So, yeah. So, most of them gusto nila na investing to be a lifestyle.
So, most of them, they want investing to be a lifestyle. So, let's ask ourselves, what is a lifestyle? What is lifestyle? Lifestyle is the interests, opinions, behaviors, and behavioral orientations of an individual, group, or culture. So bawat isa sa atin, in every individual, we have our own lifestyle.
Yes.
And even in a group, we have our own lifestyle. In an IMG group, ano ang lifestyle?
Madami. So, nandito yung lifestyle of meeting mentality, uma-attend ka ng meeting, ina-apply mo yung natututunan mo. So, sinasabi ko nga, it's like liking, loving, and living it.
So, lifestyle, it is actually your choice. Tama? It's actually your choice, what kind of lifestyle that you want to live. So, here, we want to have a lifestyle of investing. And in doing investing, first and foremost, you have to build your financial foundation, right? You need to build a solid financial foundation. Now, may I ask you, how do you build a house? Saan mo sinisimulan yan? Sige nga, tignan natin mga sagot nila sa chat.
Sige daw po. Sa mga OFW na mga nagpatayo na ng bahay, saan niyo po sinimulan? Sa ibaba, sa itaas, sa ilalim, saan ba daw tayo nagsisimula? So, yan, wala pang sumasagot. Nag-iisip pa po ba tayo?
Nag-iisip sila kung saan magsisimula.
Or nagsimula tayo sa paglo-loan muna para pang-down payment sa ground. Thank you po, Sir Jesse Napasi. Sasabi niya, sa ground daw tayo nagsisimula.
Exactly, because when you build a house, when you need to start from the ground up. Siyempre, kailangan mo muna hukayin yung lupa. You have to then put on the foundation. Hindi ka naman pwede magsimula kaagad sa bubong.
Yes.
So build your solid financial foundation. It's like building a house. We build it from the ground up. So in building our solid financial foundation, first and foremost, we need to invest on our healthcare. Perhaps many of you will ask, why healthcare? Bata pa naman ako. I'm still strong. I'm in the peak of my career. Why would I invest in my healthcare? Maybe some of you, you have your healthcare covered by the company. Kung sino man sa inyo ang mga empleyado rito, you have healthcare. Even your company is investing for your health dahil kayo ang nagdadala ng income para sa kanila.
Yes.
Individually, you also need to invest on your healthcare long-term and short-term. While you are still strong, invest in it because when you get old at wala ka ng trabaho, saan ka ngayon uhugot? That's why you need to have your healthcare. And then next is
Life protection.
life protection. Especially if you're a family man or sino ba rito ang may family?
Sige nga po,
I-type
iba
nga natin
naman,
sa chat.
taas naman ng kamay, sino yung may family. Para doon, hindi kayo makatulog kasi hindi mga naka-on ng camera. So, para doon, interactive daw tayo. Dalawa lang. Okay, dalawa lang ang may family.
Ilan ang anak?
Okay.
Mm.
So, dalawa lang. Basta dalawa lang
Dalawa
sila.
lang sila may family. Of course, if you have a family, especially if you have kids, you think about the future of your kids. What if something happens to you? What if you're the breadwinner of the family? If something happens to you, what now? So you need to protect yourself so that if something really bad happened, mawala ka man, your family will receive something because you protected yourself. You have life protection. So as early as now or as early as possible, invest on your life protection. Then manage your debt. Ang likas sa mga Pilipino is mahilig umutang. Minsan magpapa-party dahil birthday, 7th birthday or 1st birthday, mag-Jollibee, magpa-party sa Chowking, kahit ipangutang, mangungutang para lang
Or the Noche Buena, no? Sa bagong taon, yung handa, ipangungutang.
Para lang magkaroon ng party. So you need to manage your debt as much as possible, eliminate your loans. You need to also have your emergency fund. Just recently, before Christmas, ano ang tumama sa Western Visayas, Eastern Visayas, and Central Visayas. Yes. The whole Visayas region, it was devastated by Typhoon Odette. So, kung wala tayong emergency fund, what will happen? But somehow, if you have an emergency fund, you will be able to sustain yourself for quite some time.
Okay. May isa daw kwento dyan. Sa OFW daw po, parang ganito po yung nangyayari. Yung OFW nag-abroad, nakapag-abroad siya. After 6 months, 1 year, nag-invest, nag-down payment sa condo. So nakapag-down payment siya sa condo. Nagkaroon ng emergency. So ngayon, may emergency. Kailangan niyang umutang. Nung umutang siya ngayon, bigla namang siya mismo na-aksidente, nagkasakit. So in short, maling approach yung nagsisimula sa itaas. Dapat talaga sa baba po tayo magsimula. Lagi niyong tatandaan, tayo po ang money machines. Ang una mong investment, healthcare mo, at saka life protection mo. Kasi kung meron ka mga anak, hindi mo mapapalitan ang nanay at tatay. Sabi daw ang asawa, mapapalitan. Pero yung nanay at tatay, hindi yun mapapalitan. So kaya dapat, kung mahal mo yung mga anak mo, mahal mo yung pamilya mo, ang una mong ipa-priority is yung sa sarili mo, ikaw mismo. And to increase your cash flow para magawa po natin yan.
Kaya sabi, di ba, health is wealth. One good example of that is, I have a friend, mga big time sila sa Dagupan. They own a lot of land in Dagupan. So malaking investment nila, but they don't have any healthcare. One time, biglang sumakit ang ulo ng kanyang wife, and then they found out, to make the long story short, they found out that his wife has a tumor on the right side of her head. So kailangan operahan. Walang healthcare. What happened? They sold the land that they have sa murang halaga just to cover for the operation of his wife. So, what happened to the investment? Naubos na.
Naubos din. So kaya nga daw po, you don't have the right to invest unless you are properly protected. So sana po tayo pong 34 na nandito ngayon, magkikita-kita tayo mamaya kasi pag-uusapan din natin ang isa pang best protection investment na pwedeng magkaroon po tayo. So ang tanong daw ngayon, what is investing?
What is investing? Investing is commitment to use your money and expect your money or expect that you will make more money to achieve a long-term goal. So it is a commitment, expectation, long-term goal.
Kasi po ang ating pong financial stages, tatlo lang po. Man is working for the money. Kung ngayon nagsisimula ka pa ng magtrabaho, you are kumbaga you're welcome to stay in this stage for the next 2 years of your life. Pero kung tayo po nagtatrabaho na tayo ng 2 years, 5 years, dekada na ang binibilang natin, dapat nasa second stage na tayo. We're in man and money working together. At ang ating third stage, ano yung third stage natin?
Money working for man.
So, yeah.
Baka meron taga-Ireland dito or from Scotland. So remember, balik lang natin dun sa previous slide. Investing, just remember the acronym CELT. Mga Celtics, di ba? CELT. What is CELT? Commitment, expectation, long-term goal. Yeah.
Okay. So, yan daw po ang word natin for the day, CELT. Okay, why invest? Bakit mo talaga kailangan mag-invest? Unang-una po to beat the inflation. Alam nyo, before, let's say during the 90s, the 80s, ganito kakapal yung 100,000 pesos. Hanggang ngayon, ganyan pa rin po siya kakapal. Nung 1980s, nung 1990s, pwede ka na sigurong bumili ng kondo sa ganong kakapal na 100,000. Pero ngayon, yung ganyang kakapal na 100,000, hindi niya na mabibili yung kondo ng buo. Actually, down payment na lang siya ngayon. So kaya kailangan daw po natin mag-invest kasi yung value ng pera para malabanan mo ang inflation, ito yung pagtaas ng mga presyo po na hindi natin mapigilan. Kaya dapat meron tayong investment.
According to the Bangko Sentral of the Philippines, ang inflation rate natin for 2021 is 4.3%, and it is projected to raise it to 4.4%. And then by next year, 2022, the BSP inflation projection is 3.3% going up to 3.4%.
Wow. Natatandaan ko when we joined IMG in 2009, ang inflation pa ata nun parang 7-8%. So at least 'di ba may progress. So nakakatuwa naman na napapababa siya. Yun po. So dito daw ano pa daw po, what is the inflation? The general increase in prices and
the fall of purchasing value of money. So anong ibig sabihin niyan? A general increase in prices and fall in the purchasing value of money. I-share ko sa inyo to. When I was in prep
talaga.
Prep talaga.
Okay.
Kasi
pa ako nun,
makikita natin yung value ng money. When I was in prep, 50 cents, I can buy Choco Beam and 2 pieces of pandesal. So if you are my age, I'm a golden boy, 50 years old, may idea kayo dyan. 50 centavos, 1 Choco Beam, and 2 pieces of pandesal. My question now, ano mabibili mo sa 50 cents today?
Hindi na nga kilala ng anak mo yun. Tsaka baka hindi na napoproduce yung perang yun.
Meron pa naman.
Meron pa ba? Okay.
Pambayad sa mga butal-butal.
Okay.
But even chewing gum, I think you won't be able to buy a chewing gum worth 50 cents.
So kagaya dito, no, yung pinakita dito ni Mom Faye, yung kanyang grocery, nung 1998, yung 1,000 mo punong-puno. Noong 2008, parang kumalahati. Pagdating ng 2018, pira-piraso na lang po. Totoo po yan. Na magkano na yung malaking sabon na panlaba, diba? So kaya nga, yan po ang isang napakasimpleng illustration na ano ang inflation.
Dati, nung bago ka rito sa UAE, for 10 dirhams, Jeff was able to buy in the grocery isang bag.
100 naman.
Isang grocery bag, punong-puno, di ba?
100 dirhams.
Halos wala na
Parang
laman.
1,000, no? So, yun daw po yan. Let's do the math. You save 1,000 in the saving account that's giving you 1%. So, parang may plus 10. Pero may withholding tax tayo na 2 pesos. So, after nung tax mo, 108, 1,008.
1,008.
But rather, the inflation daw sa 5%, babawasan ng 50. Yun yung factor in the inflation of 5%. Yung value ng pera, hindi na siya 1,000 pesos.
And take note, your savings
950.
account there is 1%.
Yes.
But does any bank give 1%?
Less than 1%
pa nga, di ba?
na ngayon. So ano daw po ang ating mga financial goals? So dito po
Dream house.
the COVID, di ba? Si
Mhm.
COVID, somehow it gives us, sa amin po mag-asawa ha, it gives us a glimpse of our retirement. Tama? Parang nakita namin yung retirement namin, nasa bahay ka, paggising nyo, magkasama kayo.
Pagtulog mo,
magkasama
magkasama pa rin kayo. Buong
Hindi
araw,
kayo
magkasama
lalabas.
kayo.
So, ganyan. So, na-experience namin, ito pala ang feeling ng retired ka na.
Mhm.
But thanks to IMG, sobrang productive.
Yeah.
IMG business becomes a lifestyle also for us. So yung mga financial goals po natin, no, sa pagtanda natin, komportableng buhay. Alam niyo po ngayon, merong worldwide to na campaign na ang tawag nila FIRE. Financial Independence, Retire Early. So sa atin daw parang financial independence through proper education. So yun yung mahalaga na alam mo yung mga financial goals mo, maa-achieve mo siya kung meron tayong tamang financial education. An investor without investment objectives is like a traveler without a destination. Saan ka pupunta? Kahit saan.
Ewan ko.
Kailan ka aalis? Kahit
Kahit
kailan.
kailan.
So ganyan po ang
Sino kasama mo? Kahit sino.
Yes. So walang specific, hindi ka specific.
Wala kang mararating.
Correct. The basic rules and consideration in investing. Una,
you need to have a goal and you need to have a purpose. What is your purpose? What is your goal? Kailangan natin alamin yan.
Correct. Kailangan po alam mo yung tinatawag na financial goal. Paano siya kino-compute? Mamaya abangan nyo, diba? Mamaya ako nagagawin yun. Know the target amount. So kaya nga, kung alam mo yung financial goal, you will set your target amount and your timeline. Mahalaga. Gaano ko katagal bago mo maa-achieve yun? Higher return, higher risk. Hindi pwedeng return na walang risk.
Kaya yung mga ni-scam, no? Because they are offering a lot of returns, tapos parang wala kang gagawin. Pwede ba yun? Kaya na-scam yung mga tao.
Then diversify. So importante po yung diversify sa atin kasi we don't put all our eggs in one basket. Kalat-kalat.
Yeah.
Time is our greatest ally. So kaya nga kung bata ka magsimula, mas malayo pa yung mararating ng iyong pera, ng iyong investment.
But it's never too late for as long as you start.
Yes.
And start now.
Ang importante, you start.
Yes.
The best time to start was yesterday. The second best is today. So kung hindi ka nakapagsimula kahapon, time is gold. Pwedeng-pwede pa po nating simulan. Tingnan niyo po yung timeline.
If you start tomorrow,
that would be the third.
No, you won't reach anything.
If you start tomorrow.
Because you're not sure if you will reach tomorrow. So that right time is now.
So ito po yung mga possibilities, no. Kung nag-start nung 20, it could have been 11.8 million. Sa magkanong halaga lang? 30 pesos per day.
33 pesos per
so,
day.
So kung 33, magkano lang siya per month?
12,000 in a year.
With the return. 12% yung return of
12%.
investment niya. So kung ikaw ay 60, huli ka na nag-start, yung pera mo na lang 232. So mas daig talaga ng maagap ang masipag. So kaya kailangan po gamitin natin yan. What's your formula? This is very important.
The rule of 72.
Ano po ba
the
ang
compounding
rule of 72?
Interest. Rule of 72 is 72. You divide it by the annual interest rate. It will give you the number of years it will take for your money to double. So the doble yan depende sa annual interest rate na ilalagay, kung saan facilities nyo ilalagay. Mas mataas na interest, mas madaling dodoble ang inyong pera. But again, be careful with the offering of high interest kasi pwede kayong ma-scam dyan. So the power of compounding interest, let's say you put your money in a 4% interest rate. So you divide 72 by 4 will give you 18. for 18 years, or every 18 years, your money will double. So if you start at the age of 29 with 100,000 pesos, by the age of 65, you will have 400,000 pesos. But let's look at the second chart. If you put your money in an 8% interest per annum, 72 divided by 8, every 9 years, your money will double. Age of 29 again, you have 100,000. By the age of 65, you will have 1.6 million. And finally, sa 12%, how many?
Sa 12%, no, it will double every 6 years. Nung nakita ko po ito, kasi meron tayong mga guests na nandito, no? Nung sinabi po ito ni Miss Angela at na-explain din sa akin ni Ma'am Audrey nun, sabi ko, wow, ganun pala dapat. Na dito natin ilagay sa 12% kasi hindi naman tayo, ang tinuro lang po sa atin, magtrabaho ka, after mo mag-aral, magkakaroon ka ng trabaho, kikita ka. Hanggang doon lang yung tinuro eh.
At
yung,
mag-impok sa
yes,
bangko.
yun lang. Oo, kasi ang bangko, may physical structure, hindi siya aalis dun sa lugar niya. So, dun, yun yung nagiging basehan na matatag yung pera mo sa bangko. Yes. Diba? So, dito daw po, no, natutunan ko that thanks to IMG, narinig ko ang mga mutual fund investment kay Colaiko when I was in college. Pero yung talagang application of that, not until when I joined IMG. Kasi during that time, mataas pa yung binabayad. Okay, so kaya po, ito po ang unang konsepto na mahalagang-mahalaga sa mga guests po natin na nandito ngayon. Ito po yung tatlo po yan na powerful concept. At ang ating Rule of 72, ang application natin yan, it's all about the mutual fund investment.
Yes.
So ngayon naman, pag-usapan natin where to invest. So ano daw ang recommendations mo dito?
Stock market.
Bakit stock market?
Stock market, dahil yung mga equities, mga securities na nasa isang pool of ng mga piniling what do you call this, pinil organizations or companies
malalaking company
ng ating
fund
bansa.
Manager.
Yan.
Yeah.
So mga matatag na companies yan. So we'll do a direct investing through the stock market.
Stock market. Kasi dito, parang example po, let's say si Jollibee. Si Jollibee, hindi ka pwedeng pumunta sa counter na sasabihin mo, pabili ng share. Di ba? Ang gagawin mo lang, kakain ka. Pero ang tanong ko lang po, how will it be kung hindi ka lang kumakain, but rather ka-partner ka nung kinakainan mo?
Part ownership ka.
Yeah, may part ownership tayo. Yung bangko, hindi ka lang tagalagay doon, but part owner ka. Yung malls na pinupuntahan mo, hindi ka lang lagi doon namamasyal, but part owner ka. And the only way for us to have this experience is for us to be able to buy stocks of this big company. So yung tinatawag po na
part owner ka ng Jollibee, di ba?
Yes. So dito daw po, ano po ba yung stocks? It's a share or ownership in a corporation. Yun po yung stocks. Ano yung stock market? Doon tayo bumibili.
Yeah, it is a place wherein you buy and you also sell the stocks.
And Philippine Stock Exchange naman po, it is the corporation that governs our local stock market. So dito kung tingin nyo, ang hirap naman, parang hindi ko po siya maintindihan. We try to simplify. So yung mga malalaking company, yung palengke kung saan mo to pwedeng bilhin, stock market ang tawag.
Yes.
Registered sila, registered company, and they are selling shares nila na kung saan this amount of money na binibili dun sa shares nila, ginagamit nila para lalo pa nilang mapalaki yung company nila. Huwag kang makontentong maging consumer. Yun kaya yung sinasabi ko. Huwag kang taga-kain, taga-pasyal ka lang doon, di ba? You need to have ownership. Mahalagang-mahalaga na may ownership. Aralin mo paano maging shareholder. At dito daw po, there are two ways to invest in stock market. Ano-ano daw po ito?
One is direct stock investing, and second is indirect stock investing, which is mutual funds.
What's the difference daw ng dalawa?
The difference ng dalawa, at mas makaka-relate ako dito. Sino dito ang naging pasahero sa eroplano? Tignan nga natin. Sino rito mga naging pasahero sa eroplano?
Siguro naman lahat.
Karamihan ba?
Karamihan.
Naging pasahero sa
Hello po,
eroplano?
gising po tayo. Joke.
Yan. Check lang din natin
So
kung gising pa
ayan, may
sila. Baka
dalawa. Out of 38, may 2 gising pa. 2 po ang naging pasahero
dalawa
na.
lang ang naging
Opo.
pasahero sa eroplano. Paano yung iba?
Hindi, madami. Oo,
Madami.
so ayan daw, madami naman po.
Okay. Yeah. Naging pasahero ka sa eroplano. Paano kung halimbawa sinabi sa iyo ng piloto, you're a passenger in this aircraft, why don't you fly the aircraft? Will you be able to fly the aircraft?
Hindi siguro kasi kung wala kaming education saka
Tanungin
experience.
natin sila.
Diba? Ako po ang
Mapapalipad ba
sumasagot.
nila yung eroplano pag sinabi ng piloto sa kanila,
Gusto niyo
fly
po
the
ba
aircraft?
yun? Kunyari, from Dubai to Manila, sasabihin, Mayora, Mayora, pagpapunta po ng Dubai, ikaw na po ang magmaneho sa bandang kalagitnaan. Papayag ka ba, Mayora? So, syempre po, di ba? Medyo magugulat ka.
Mhm.
Babaksak ang plane, sabi ni Ma'am Ojing.
Mhm.
Yan.
Babagsak nga ang plane, Jen. Ay, Jen.
Yes, Mayora.
So if you don't have the know-how, syempre, you won't do it. You won't fly the plane on your own without any training, without any know-how. Sa stock market, parang piloto yan. Yung piloto ang nag-i-invest directly because he's the one who is trained. He is the one knows how to do the investment. Ang difference niya, pagdating niya sa mutual funds, now the pilot becomes the fund manager.
Yes.
Tayo ang pasahero. You let the pilot fly the plane and you are the passenger and you trust that the pilot will bring you to your destination. Same with your fund manager. You let the fund manager do his thing in managing the funds that you put in your investment and you will just be a passenger.
Kasi siya may education,
Yes,
may
the training.
experience, at
Mhm.
may expertise siya.
Yes.
So wag na tayo maggaling-galingan, ibigay na po natin sa kanila. Ang sinasabi nga, kung ikaw ang purpose mo is magtrabaho to create wealth, kumita ka, hayaan mo nang si expert ang gumawa nun.
Yes.
Yun po sa simula kung wala pa tayong enough experience. But let's say once na meron ka ng time, may tama kang information, may mas malaki kang pera, then you can start to do direct stock investing. So dito po kinumpare siya parang sa bus. Yung driver ng bus, aantok-antok, 'di ba? So paano yung pasahero? Pwede pang mabangga. So yan. And then with this one daw po, no, it requires ano daw ang kailangan pagdating sa stock market?
Constant monitoring. Kaya
How you
ako,
monitor?
every 5:30 in the morning dito sa UAE, nakatutok na ako sa computer because I've been monitoring the trend of the stocks lately. And just today, the PSI closed on a positive note.
Oh, good. And then good source of information.
Good source of information. You also need that.
Technical and the fundamental.
You need technical analysis, fundamental analysis, and at the same time, you need to know the background of the company that you're buying stocks with. Hindi lang dahil yun ang narinig mo or tingin mong matatag, but you need to know
all the information.
All the information or yung financial status ng company.
Investment savviness, 'di ba? So yung dito daw yung pagiging savvy mo daw diyan, kailangan alam mo hindi lang yung pattern, yung background, lahat po may talagang extensive na oras at pag-aaral yung binibigay. And the bigger amount of money. Bakit po bigger amount of money? Example, magkano po si Jollibee today? Let's say
Jollibee close to that around 225.
So if it's a 225, hindi po natin pwedeng sabing isang share lang po ng Jollibee, hindi po may tinatawag na minimum board lot.
Yes.
So kailangan dyan, let's say 5 minimum, 10 ba yan?
Jollibee I think is 10.
So kung around 200 into 10, ang ilalabas mong pera, 2,000 pesos, si Jollibee pa lang. And it will give you a 10 shares. So kaya po medyo bigger amount of money. Yun po yung sinasabi. While the indirect stock investing, sabi nga natin, there is a professional doing it for us. Alam niya talaga may extensive education and experience, investment company na pinagsasama-sama yung pera natin na dito po, once you become a member of IMG, automatic may account opening ka na worth 1,000 pesos. pwede mo na lang siyang dagdagan pa.
Susundi
Palakihin
pa
mo pa
yan.
siya. Yes. So through mutual fund, ordinary people or those without investing experience are able to participate in the stocks and bonds and earn what the wealthy are earning. So equal battlefield. Kung 5,000 lang ang pera mo, kasali ka dito. Kung 1,000, meron ka. At kung 20 pesos ka lang, pwede ka rin mag-top
May
up sa
ownership
20
ka.
pesos. So ano daw po ba ang sinasabi natin for this investing sa mutual fund? It's a way for small savers and investors to team up with big and experienced company investors in the stock market.
So it is a way for your small, limited, hard-earned money to grow millions over long term. Siyempre, long-term commitment yan. You must commit yourself to put, and put.
And dito lang magugulat ka na lang, when you have the discipline, yung retirement mo magiging comfortable through your investment. So ito po, mahalaga pong maintindihan natin, how does a mutual fund works? Paano po ba ang proseso ng mutual fund? So let's say,
as investors, you and me are investors, pati kayo, investors, we pool the money together.
Exactly.
And then that pool of money will be put in a fund house. Ano yung fund house? Example is Soldivo.
No, Soldivo, let's say, or si Ramper Financials, under niya si Soldivo.
Si Ramper Financials, that's the fund house. And then they will appoint a fund manager. And the fund manager will be the one who will manage where to invest, what securities or what kind of stocks or what kind of bonds or gold, yan, dyan siya mag-i-invest.
Kasi kung titignan nyo po, those big companies kinakategorize into industry. So sama-sama lahat, kung ito ay utilities, let's say Meralco,
services, industrial, properties,
mining. So lahat yan sama-sama. So in short, kung wala kang oras, masakit sa ulo. So mag-mutual fund ka, bahala si fund manager na mamili para sa atin. Once na kumita, ibabalik niya yung return sa lahat ng mga investors. So ganun po siya kasimple. So ano naman daw po ang net asset value per share?
Net asset value per share, the buying and the selling price of mutual fund in a given day. So let's say you have 1,000 at 1 NAV or net asset value, you will have 1,000 shares. So pag naglagay ka ng 2,000, of course, at 1 peso, you will have 2,000 shares.
Correct. So kumbaga po, yan yung parang presyo ng magkano yung per kilo ng bigas, per litro ng gasolina. So ganun po siya. Per share niya, yun yung NAV. So dito naman daw po, ano po ang kagandahan? Una, professional management. Good research management team. They do this as their full-time work. So tayo kasi, kung nagpunta tayo sa stock investing, let's say wala kang oras, kaya mo bang gumising ng 5 a.m.? Kaya mo bang magbasa? Or 9 a.m. po yan sa Manila time. Unlike yung professional management, yun na talaga yung trabaho niya. Yun na yung career and profession nila. Potentially higher returns. So bakit po higher returns? They can demand to lower the charges. Kagaya nga po when we are a member of IMG, hindi na tayo nagbabayad ng entry fee natin. Kumbaga po, pag nag-start po tayo ng ating membership, kasama na po siya. And able to take advantage of certain economics of scale. So anong ibig sabihin nun? When it comes in volume, madami tayo naglalagay. So mas malaki yung kikitain natin, and at the same time po, mas na-maximize natin to our advantage.
Kasi mas marami ka nabibiling shares because of the volume. Unlike
kung
if
ikaw lang
you do
mag-isa,
direct investing sa stock, like sa akin, kunyari, I invest 10,000 pesos in one stock, in one company, yung return nun compared sa mas malaki ang naisama-sama, mas malaki ang percentage.
Connected din siya sa diversification. Kasi diversification is you don't put all our baskets in one egg. You don't put all your money in one basket. Yun po ang diversification. So dito daw po, sabi ko nga, meron ka sa utilities, meron ka sa mga consumers, meron ka ng mining, services, lahat yon. meron ka. Diversified. Transparency. Nakikita po natin to sa online. So we have to understand, si IMG po, hindi po siya ang nagbebenta ng mutual funds. Meron po tayong partner dyan. Ang pangalan niya po, Ramver Financials, na kung saan madami po tayong pagpipilian of different mutual fund na partner po natin. Bakit po recommended si Soldivo? Kasi siya yung kasama na dun sa portal. So syempre sa atin lagi nandun yung ease and convenient. Transparency-wise, makikita po natin through the website yung fund fact sheets natin. Diyan yung makikita kung saan nilagay yung mga pera.
And at the same time, you can see the performance of each stock.
Great equalizer. Ano daw ibig sabihin yan?
Great equalizer ng stock because of the inflation, dahil naglagay tayo, and it's a pool of money from different investors. Sabi ko nga kanina, what the group invests compared to an individual who invested it, mas malaki ang percentage na makukuha.
Para din kunyari kung yung sa utilities mo hindi ka kumikita, pero yung isang part mo naman kumikita, so parang mababalanse siya somehow.
Yes, tulad dun sa stocks ko, I bought properties, yung DDMPR. DDMPR bagsak ngayon ng stocks. So at a loss ako ron ng around 10,000. But meron akong stocks sa services. I bought a stock sa CNPF. I bought it at 17 pesos. And now the stock is around 28.65 when it closed today. So equal lang.
Pero
Kita
sa
pa ako ng
mutual
konti.
fund,
Pero sa mutual funds,
pinagsama-sama yung 10 top 10 holding companies, hindi na kayo mamumblema ng ganun. Diba? Mas simple po, mas pinadali. Liquidity. You can easily convert your shares into cash anytime. Pero sana po sa mga bago po natin, once you become a member of IMG, painitin nyo man lang ng 6 months. Kasi sa ating Pinoy, naglagay today. Ang tanong niya kaagad bago magbayad.
bukas
Ate,
pwede na.
pwede nang kunin bukas. Hindi pa umiinit, gusto mo na kaagad kunin, 'di ba? So, yan yung mga challenges, but it's very much liquid. Pero wag mo namang kunin agad-agad.
Masarap gawin yan if you're doing trading in direct stocks.
Yeah, yun po yun. Pag gusto niyo yung agad-agad. Accessible and affordable. You can add anytime, even online. Sabi nga natin, yung top up na natin as low as 20 pesos for our Soldivo. Sa Soldivo po. And once you become a member, meron na kayong opening of 1,000 pesos. Safety daw po. Mahalaga po ito kasi lagi, kapag nag-i-invest ka, tanungin mo yung sarili mo, secure, safe, and stable ba siya? So, ang safetyness niya po is highly regulated of Securities and Exchange Commission, compliant dyan ng mga mutual fund companies, 10% as cash, 10% maximum per security, 10% maximum operating cost, 25% maximum in real estate sector. So dito po, regulated yan sila of the internal and external auditors. So yan po yung safetyness natin. And we're talking as well of billions of funds. At ito daw, pagdating po sa stability, since 1990 pa, yung mga mutual funds, halos mga 2 dekada na to. So masasabi yung through the years, pinagtibay na rin siya at matatag na po siya.
Tsaka ang SEC ang nagre-regulate sa mga stocks ng
Mutual
every
funds.
companies.
Yes.
Yung mga IPOs na ino-offer recently, there are a lot of IPOs. It is regulated by SEC, and SEC is the one who approves how much the stock will be sold to the public.
Yes. And tax-free po. Wala na po siyang added tax. Kasama na po yun. Sa NAV, kinompute na yon. Yung statement of account natin reflects its original value if we redeem it. So, nandun na yung computed na po siya. Ano po ba ang types of mutual funds?
Unlike sa stocks kasi, sa stocks,
meron pa.
Pag binenta mo yung stock mo, meron sales tax na kukunin sa'yo plus the commission of the platform.
Yes. So dito po, ang una po, there are bonds. Sa bonds po, these are more conservative. So tanungin mo yung sarili mo, ano ba yung goal mo? Short term, long term, mid term ka ba? So if bonds, this is more conservative, low risk type of investment siya. Nakalagay siya more of the government securities, corporate bonds, and loans and cash.
You just want to preserve your capital. Just like 3 years ago, naglagay tayo ng capital natin sa BPI because we just want to park the money there. And somehow it will earn interest. By the time na kinailangan natin, kunin lang natin.
But you don't expect a high return.
Yes.
Diba?
Mhm.
More of gusto mo lang ma-conserve, ma-preserve mo yung capital
Mhm.
mo. When we're talking about the stock funds or equity funds, ito po yung medyo mga aggressive tayo. So ito po, ang example po nito is our Soldivo Strategic Growth Funds. So property, holding companies, yan po yan, diversified, di ba? Mas diversified po siya. So ito pwede nyo tignan to mga 5 years or more. Kapag balance fund, moderate, pinagsamang may aggressive, meron siyang kalahati din na conservative. So
Kasi
moderate.
ininvest yan sa bonds and at the same time sa stocks.
So kung titignan natin yung ating dito, chart natin is lalabas ang bond fund medyo
Low
sa risk, low risk,
low
low
return.
return.
Balance fund, medium risk, medium return.
And the
with the
stock
stock fund, of course, high risk, high return. Saan nyo ngayon gusto mag-invest?
Yes, kayo na pong mag-decide, 'di ba?
Mm.
Mutual fund, hindi po to covered ng PDIC. Kasi sa mga bangko yan, di ba?
Yes.
Yung returns are not guaranteed. One thing po ang guaranteed dito, taas at baba ang presyo. Kaya wag mong ilalagay yung pera. Example, yung 20 pesos mo, hindi ka makakatulog pag hindi mo nakuha yung 20 pesos mo. Huwag ka na muna mag-invest. Pero ilagay mo yung pera na kahit 60 years, hindi ko muna isipin yung 20 pesos ko, pwede mo siyang ilagay. So yung money na hindi mo kailangan. Kaya nga po nung simula, pinakita namin sa inyo ang solid financial foundation. Kailangan dun tayo sa solid financial foundation, hindi investment agad. Past performance is
It's
not
not a
guaranteed of the future return. Hindi ibig sabihin na, 5 years ago, ganito yung kinita niyan. So the next 5 years, ganito ulit. Hindi po guaranteed.
Just like what happened during COVID.
Yes.
Ang taas ng stocks. When COVID happened, bumagsak ang stocks.
Yes. So dito daw po, what is a solid financial foundation?
So, like a while ago, we already discussed what is a solid financial foundation. And then, of course, meron tayong mga financial crisis na dumarating sa buhay natin. In order for us to cope up and to cover all those financial crises, unang-una, we have to increase our cash flow. So being in a company or having a business, we earn money through that. We increase our cash flow. Then, during untimely death, ano ang pang-cover natin? Then, we have our insurance.
Yeah.
Our insurance.
Yes.
Then, if nagkasakit tayo, lalo pa ngayon, panahon ng pandemic, if tinamaan ka ng COVID, no? And then at the same time, disability, you have your healthcare. That will cover that. Sa debt management naman?
Dito daw kailangan matanggal si utang. Kasi otherwise, siya po ang anay na magpapabaksak sa financial house mo.
Yes. And finally, the emergency fund for loss of income.
Yes. And of course, doon natin palakihin yung investment natin. Alam niyo po, there are at least 7 ways of having a multiple income streams. But sa IMG, is-simplify lang po natin sa 3. Una, once you become a member, aralin mo ano yung dapat matutunan sa financial side, sa business side. The first thing is for you to be living on interest. Meron kang kita sa mga mutual fund investment mo, may mga dividends ka natatanggap, price appreciation, yung pagpataas po ng presyo nun. Second, kung lumalaki na ang pera, na-increase ang cash flow, pwede ka na magsimula ngayon living on rental income. Part of the investment. And if you do the IMG business, kahit nga sa simula, living on royalty po tayo. So dito po, ano daw po ba? Paano dapat yung mentality natin? Kailangan daw, kumbaga daw po yung wealth bucket natin, ano po ba yung mga allies of wealth? Money, kakampi niya yung tamang interest, rate of return, and time. Kalaban niya ang inflation, bad debts, and taxes. So kailangan daw po alamin po natin yan at magawa po natin. So kagaya nga po na nang sabi namin, once you are a member of IMG, madami po tayong pagpipilian ng mutual fund investing company. Ang highly recommended po si Soldivo kasi nakasama na siya dun sa portal natin. If you want convenience and ease sa pagdagdag, nakikita mo yung investment mo, recommended po si Soldivo Funds.
Madaling ilagay.
Yes. And dito po ang ating entry fee or sales load.
It's 2% to 3.5%. So for every top up, IMG top membership benefits access. That
Zero
is-
na yung entry fee niya once you are a member of IMG. So ano po ba yung zero load na effect? So dito kung titignan po natin, nababawasan pa kasi ng 3% na load. So instead of 100,000 yung ilalagay mo, lalabas 97 na lang siya
97,000
mababawasan.
lang. Mhm.
Ito naman, kumbaga po, ang kainaman nun, lahat ng amount na nilagay mo, diretso na siya.
Buong buo.
Mai-invest mo na siya ng buong buo. So, paano nyo po gagawin? If you want to try with other mutual fund investment company like Mesan Life tayo, Atram, so different companies pong yun, aside from the Soldivo mutual funds, kailangan nyo mag-fill up ng form. Ito po yung mga form na kailangan nating i-fill up. Importante may TIN number din po tayo, no? So kapag sa other companies, pero po ang Soldivo, member ka, kasama na siya, automatic na siya. Nakalagay na po siya doon. And then with this one po, no, makikita nyo yung mga pinagkakagastusan mo ng maliliit. Pag pinagsama-sama mo siya,
Malaki yan.
mas malaki. At kikita yung pera mo in 5 years, 10, 20, and even in your 35 years na ang nilagay mo lang at tinipid mo lang 1,000
Imagine
pesos.
if you buy a 20 Starbucks in a day, 25
25.
dirhams. Eh?
Oo.
In 1 week, you spend 125 dirhams just for Starbucks. What if you save that 25 dirhams every day, every week, 125 for how many years?
Mas malaki yung mararating. Ang importante lang is the discipline. Discipline is the key po. So lahat ng mga unnecessary, tanggalin natin siya. Let's focus on our goal. Kasi nga kung titignan nyo sa ating wealth calculator, your 1,000 in 5 years, 10 years, ayan na yung value ng pera. Kung sinimula mo siya na mas maaga, lalo pa kung nasa 12% ka, mas malaki. You can have a retirement fund of 5 million. 27 million kung 5,000, tataasan natin. And a 50,000 pesos can reach to 272 million. Yan na yung retirement fund natin. So, sino po tayo doon? Mr. Now ba tayo? O si Mr. Delay tayo? Kung si Mr. Now, kakampi niya yung pera at the age of 22, ang value na, pagdating niya ng 60, 3.2. Kasi 22 years old, nagsimula na siya. Kung ikaw si Mr. Delay, nag-party-party muna, binili muna lahat ng sapatos, lahat ng mga bagong gadget at damit.
In the end, wala.
Pagdating mo ng 61.2 million lang yung retirement fund natin. So kaya po mas mainam talaga we start today. Sacrifice now, enjoy later. Kesa naman enjoy to the max ka now and you will suffer later. So kaya mahalaga po na we start to invest today. Kung hindi pa natin kaya, bigyan mo muna ng oras para alamin pero wag mo na siyang patagalin. Kasi habang pinapatagal mo siya, nade-delay din yung pagkita ng pera mo. Lumiliit din yung chances, 'di ba? Make that future today. Mahalaga daw po 'yan. So dito po siguro papakita rin po namin sa inyo yung maglalagay tayo. So dalawa po, may Soldivo Strategic Growth Fund. Ito po yung sinabi namin sa inyo na stock fund siya, equity funds, mas diversified siya. Kapag tinanong po kayo, ano po bang itsura nun? Ang itsura po ng ating Soldivo na Strategic Growth Funds, ganito po. So siya po yung masyadong diversified. Ano-ano yung mga sample na companies na nandyan? Top 10 holding companies. Nandyan na po si Ayala. Kilala naman natin si Ayala. Si SM. SMDC ba yan? SM na mall ba yan? SM Group of Companies. Meron din tayo dyan. So dito po BPI and BDO. Diba? Mga bangko. So makikita mo, different industry. Different sector sila. And then after po niyan, maglalagay lang po tayo. Once you are a member of IMG, kung sa Pinas po kayo naging member, meron na kayo kaagad 1,000 pesos. Kung sa ibang bansa po tayo nag-member, pareho din po 1,000 pesos. So dito po, pag kinlik nyo po ito, you can easily add a subscription Ad subscription lang po tayo. Kung gusto mo pang magdagdag, aside dun sa 1,000 na meron ka na. Kung gusto mo naman na mag-withdraw, ang tawag po doon, redemption. So pag nag-add ng subscription, ida-direct po tayo sa kiosk 2. Click nyo lang po yan, lagay nyo lang po yung code nyo. Kaya mahalaga alam mo yung code mo. Then saan ka ba maglalagay? Strategic Growth Fund o dun ka sa bond fund? O let's say ang gusto mo lang ilagay 20 pesos. Sabi ko po, pwede ang 20 pesos. Click nyo lang yung next. Lagay nyo po ang email natin dyan. And then paano nyo siya babayaran? Nura Cash, BDO Bills Payment, sa Palawan ba? O di ba? 20 na lang, Pinalawan Express mo pa. O. Credit card, sana hindi. And then remittance po kasi may mga bank charges. And wag na natin piliin to, no? Or the debit card. Pero mas mainam kung Nura Cash. And sana naman, kung gusto mo lang naman dagdagan. Pero kung gusto mo talagang 20, pwede naman. Then let's say po BDO Bills yan. Pagka-click nyo lang ng BDO Bills, you just have to put in all the details. Lagay lang po natin yung mga details na to. When you click the next, let's say po when we click next on this one, after you fill in all the details, mag-generate na po siya for us. So wait lang po ayusin ko. So let's say lagay natin sa Pinas. So let's say lagyan ko lang ng mga details. And then here, kung di mo alam is zero mo, then click on next. After po ng next natin, i-generate niya yung details na kailangan mong ilagay sa iyong BDO Bills Payment. So pag kinlik nyo po ito, check, and then submit, lalabas po ito. So punta kayo sa BDO account nyo, lagay nyo yung subscriber name, lagay nyo po yung subscriber number, at yung 20 pesos na ating top up, diba? Sama pa ng loob mo niyan. Tapos ang tanong mo dun sa nag-invite sa'yo, Ma'am Luz, pwede bukas kunin ko yung 20 pamasahe. Pwede po, walang problema. Pero again, kidding aside, sana naman painitin nyo yung pera, mga 6 months. Ang ano po natin is, the lifestyle of investing, lagay ka ng lagay. Meron kang certain amount of your capital. So example po ako, no, sinubukan ko from last year, I put in an 85,000 pesos. But in my 85, sabi ko sa kanya, kunwari na retired ka na, hindi ka na nagtatrabaho, gusto mo partially may kinukuha ka sa investment mo. Kung meron kang 85,000 pesos, ito po, itong taon na to nag-redeem ako of nearly 20,000 pesos. Possible. So paano naman po yung redemption? Dito po yon, request redemption. After po niyan, add a redemption. If you-fill up mo lang yung details, ilang share. Hindi amount po ilang shares. Ilagay nyo dyan, 1,000 shares, i-multiply mo sa NAV para makita mo yung value niya. At saan ka ba magbabawas? Strategic Growth Fund or Strategic Bond Fund? And then, pipirmahan nyo lang po ito, mag-upload tayo ng ID and click on Submit. So, ganun po siya kasimple, ganun po siya kadali. At ang maganda po ngayon, you can put in sub-account. Let's say, 5 yung anak mo. Out of 1,007 na shares ko, 107 po, 107,000, nilagyan ko kunyari yung 5,000 dun sa anak ko, yung isa 3,000, pero eto pa rin yung pinaka main account, dinidistribute mo lang. So sub-account po, yung tawag po dyan. So that is possible. So dito po, if you have a lifestyle of investment, gagawin mo siya every month. So sa akin, ba't ngayon di pa ako naglalagay? Yung huli ko, 76. So sabi ko, mababa to. Pero parang feeling ko, bababa pa to next year. Lalo na sa mga upcoming events sa Pilipinas. So iniipon ko siya kasi pagbaba niya, lalagay mo na naman siya uli. So,
pero sa ngayon, tumataas ang stocks eh.
Correct. So kaya hintay-hintay lang. Okay? So yan daw po siya. So sa Soldivo, how much is the interest rate per annum?
But actually, the lifestyle of investing in mutual funds, whether mataas ang stocks or mababa, mataas ang NAV or mababa, you keep on